are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get first-hand information about things happening around you. And I appreciate every one of you who are subscribed to this channel. And if you have not subscribed, please press the red button and make sure you press the bell icon, because if you don't press the bell icon, you will not be notified anytime we post news, because we want you to get the news as soon as they come, as fast as they come. So press the bell icon so that you'll be notified anytime. The news we have for you now, you'll be glad that you are aware of it. Stay tuned.
Bola Gbamigbola Oshogbo, the Independent National Electoral Commission on Monday said that the results of the 2019 general elections were not transmitted electronically to its server, stressing that the commission only experimented with the technology during some staggered elections held in 2018. The commission said that the clarification was necessary because of rising controversies on the transmission of 2019 presidential election results from states to Inec server. Speaking during the post-election retreat organized by Commission for its staff and ad hoc staff engaged for the last general elections in Ogun State, Inec National Commissioner Solomon Shoyebi explained that many factors forced the commission to drop the idea of electronic transmission of the results to a central server. Shoyebi added that Inec experimented with electronic transmission of results during Anambra, Sokoto and Osun elections held before 2019 elections, but the commission did not sustain the use of the technology during the 2019 elections. He maintained that the late release of INEC's budget for the 2019 elections and controversies over the Electoral Act, among other reasons, forced the commission to jettison the idea of using the technology to transmit results to the central server. We piloted the use of transmission.
Please drop your comments below and let's rub minds together. Thank you very much. Bye.
What happened was that we were trying to pilot to see the desirability of such technology in our electoral with the Electoral Act. For these and some other reasons, the Commission did not adopt that option. 2019 elections were conducted according to law. We used the Constitution of the Federal Republic. We used the Electoral Act and our guidelines for 2019 elections. If you look at the three instruments carefully, the issue of the server was not highlighted. Quote, once in a while, you will see an experiment going on, but we have to pilot it before we deploy a wholesale for election. We did not use it because of circumstances beyond the control of Commission, Shoyebi said. In his opening remarks, Resident Electoral Commissioner for Osun, Mr. Segun Agbaje, said that 2019 elections were largely successful despite daunting challenges and characterized its conduct. He, however, lamented that the do-or-die attitude of some politicians, which involved different illicit practices, including use of thugs to win an election at all costs. He, however, lamented the do-or-die attitude of some politicians, which involved different illicit practices, including use of thugs to win an election at all costs. He added that the Commission, in collaboration with security agents in the state, drastically reduced the phenomenon during the general elections. You should recall that the ICIR had already given reports on the existence of INEC servers, which were budgeted for, which states claims have been circulated suggesting that INEC spent millions of naira on a server. In this fact check, the ICIR takes a look at documents drafted by the Commission itself, which confirmed that it intended to procure various servers for the 2019 election, and that in fact it got funded for those procurements. A little background. President Buhari had in July and September written to the National Assembly requesting for 242 billion naira as vehement and supplementary budget to fund the 2019 general election. Out of this amount, 189 billion was allocated to INEC, while the rest went to the Nigerian police, civil defense.
Just clean your nose and relax. Don't be too long. Oh, yeah, be fast, These are just even ones.
President Buhari had, in July and September, written to the National Assembly requesting for 242 billion naira as vehement and supplementary budget to fund the 2019 general election. Out of this amount, 189 billion was allocated to Inec, while the rest went to the Nigerian police, civil defense, and other security agencies. The Senate Committee on Appropriations and Environment request, headed by Mohammed Danjuma Goje, in its interim report, recommended that 144.7 billion be transferred from the Special Intervention Program, recurrent budget, and 44.2 billion naira from the program's capital budget. Adding to this, to the 45 billion naira recurrent expenses already approved by Inec in the 2018 budget, it means that Inec's total budget for 2018 was 234.5 billion naira. In October, the National Assembly approved the 242 billion supplementary budget as sent by the President, only changing the source of funding from its legislators' special project votes to special intervention program. Does the supplementary budget provide for servers? Yes, it does. INEC's supplementary budget was made public by the Policy and Legal Advocacy Center, PLAC, a non-profit committed to facilitating legislative advocacy and access to public policies. According to the document archived here, INEC proposed. According to the document archived here, INEC proposed to spend 143.5 billion naira on 209 items. Out of that amount, 2.27 billion naira was budgeted for server-related procurement items with budget code 230808. The purpose of a computer server is simply to store, retrieve, and send information to other computers connected to a network. 1.37 billion naira was budgeted for nationwide replacement of servers for 23 states and national data center. 99.7 million naira for an upgrade of the server version of OpenVR for compatibility with the new Dell server, and 800 million for the migration of voters registration database from MySQL open source to Oracle DB, both database administration services. INEC also budgeted 157.5 million naira for the renewal and maintenance of cloud infrastructure with budget code 230709. Though the National Assembly subcommittees on INEC and electoral matters, headed by Suleiman Nazif and Aishatu Duku, recommended the reduction of some of the proposed amounts. The proposed budget was eventually passed in full. Not only was the approval absolute, but the Office of the Accountant General reports in its capital performance of the budget documents that all of the amount 188.9 billion naira was released to INEC and spent by it. The plan for service predates 2018 budgeting process. It is worth mentioning that the word server is likewise used 4 times in INEC's 2017 to 2021 Strategic Program of Action. According to the plan, the agency's ICT department was expected to award contracts by the first quarter of each year for the upgrading and existing mail server and expansion of INEC mail system to state and local government offices. The department was to get approval by the second quarter of 2017 and 2018 for the procurement of servers for all 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory. It was also to upgrade the server version of OpenVR for compatibility with the new Dell server. Now that the INEC body has come to defend itself against using electronic servers as experiments, I would like to hear what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you very much. Bye.